Well, it's been a wet spring here, and so I'm going to show you what I use for planter and tractor when I actually get to run. It's 25th of May, and I've gotten a whopping 4 days in here in northern Illinois. Very frustrating year. You got to get the crops in the ground. Can't do it, but what the hell, I'll make a video and show you what I'm working with here. So we got a Magnum 315, and it has got an 8.7 liter Iveco engine in it. Tractor's got about 1,500 hours on it total, and it's been a really good tractor for us. They're a pretty amazing machine. This has got the suspended front axle on it. It's got tall front tires. They are the they're 38s, 380, 80, 38 front tires, and the rears are tall too. They've got 480 80R 50s on the back. And it's got the suspended cab as well, 3-point, and it's got the deal here where you got the PTO that's interchangeable between 540, small 1000, and big 1000, which that's a pretty cool feature because my dad will hook this up to hay equipment as well. So, and that stuff uses different PTOs than say a grain cart. We run a 1255 Case International planter. Got this brand new in 2015. Absolutely love this thing. This thing did a really good job for us last year. It's got the Vset meters with the electric drives. It's got the Delta Force, downforce. Really maintains a really nice down pressure in a wet year like this. Down pressure, I feel, is very important. It eliminates some of the compaction that can be made with some of the conventional planters. And something that's unique to Case International planters that I like, the way that these gauge wheels are. There's like a little dip close to the blade, and that reduces compaction as well. So if you're out there and it's borderline like wet, not quite wet, but you're questioning whether you should be out there, this planter, I feel, gives you the best chance of not having to replant something when you're going through something wet. That's just my opinion, but I truly believe that. It's a 16 row 30. We do have the markers on here. Got guidance on the tractor and all that, but I still use the markers. People probably think I'm crazy for doing that, but occasionally you will drop guidance, and it's just kind of nice to have a little bit of, an insurance policy, if you will. I mean, what the hell, drop the marker and go, you know. This is our first bulk fill planter on Blue Meyer Farms, and I absolutely love it. You can fill this thing up. You can put a pro box in each hopper up there, so you can put 100 units in at a time. So, I mean, you can plant about 230 acres of corn without having to stop, and that beats the hell out of those old boxes. So if you're in the market for, you know, and you're on the fence between bulk fill and individual row unit, I gotta say I like the bulk fill better. I really do. And these meters, they drop a seed every 6 inches. I mean, it's right on what I'm looking for. I plant 2-inch depth, which for this planter means having this little indicator right here, having that at about 8. And by God, it holds the seeds right there at 2 inches. But all this electric stuff on here, it's got a little bit more of a demand. So there's an electric and hydraulic extras on here because of the hydraulic downforce and all that. So there's actually an alternator mounted right on the frame here, with a hydraulic motor attached to it, and that just helps kind of bolster the system a little bit. This particular planter also has got the clean sweep feature on there from Precision Planting, and that is an awesome system. So going through the field, you can adjust these clean sweeps up and down. If you're going too deep and leaving ridges, you can raise them up a little bit so that you ain't making trenches so damn bad from in the cab. That's the really cool part. You don't even have to get out. And at the same token, if you're into, you know, where it was worked and it was a little bit cloddy, you can drop them down to help move the clods out of the way. Really helps out the whole planting process. When we was looking at a planter, I thought, we don't need this. This is probably just kind of, you know, this particular planter had it on it, so we're like, oh, okay, we'll get it. But boy, am I glad we got it, because you get into tough conditions, really comes in handy. It really does work. It's no joke. And then the depth bands on here, they work well. And no-till, I've never seen a planter work any better than this planter when it comes to no-till. When we get drier and we get to go again, I will show you, I'll take a video of tillage and no-till, and you will see what I'm talking about. I'll stop, I'll dig, and show you why this is such a good no-till planter. Just the way that things are. Now, another thing is the way that these disc blades are, they don't come to a point, so one's ahead of the other. So it's not really a true V pattern like, say, a Kinsey. That was our previous planter. And it helps cut the trash better in no-till. It does a phenomenal job. So we'll just hop up into the tractor here a minute. These Magnums are really nice inside. You got heated leather seats in here, and I really like these Pro 700 monitors. Turn that on. Turn the automatic climate control off. And I really like this 2020 Seed Sense monitor as well. It's a Generation 2 2020. Sorry about that noise. It's a Generation 2 2020 Seed Sense monitor, and it just does a remarkable job of just monitoring the planter's performance. You can adjust the population from right here. You can adjust the downforce from right here. It's all done in the cab now. It sounds like a lazy man's game, but quite frankly, it's not that. It's just smart technology that works very well. This is the clean sweep thing. So if you're going through the field and you need to lift, push the lever this way. If you have it straight up and down, that's your float position. And if you want to put a little pressure going down, you go to the right. I very rarely go to the right. If you got this in float position, it usually is enough. So in no-till conditions. If you're running in tilled conditions, I usually like to run at about 30 psi on the lift, and that usually leaves things pretty good. We've got the iPad in here connected to the 2020 Seed Sense monitor as well, and that records some maps and stuff. When we get up and running again, I will gladly make another video and show how all this stuff works. But I just kind of wanted to make a video that shows what we got here, just standing still on a day that we're waiting for things to dry up.